Hi, how's everyone? Okay, so I've been doing a little bit of my makeup and I do have falsies on, and they are the Jordyn Woods Eyelure brand. Eyelure, you know, I don't know how to pronounce it. I just have a funny way of pronouncing things because I got a little bit of North Carolina in me, so I pronounce everything a little bit slower and I kind of slur my speech how we do down in the South and also people in Kentucky. Like, it seems like people in Kentucky, Tennessee, and you know, North Carolina, we kind of slur our speech and we're a little bit slower. And I'm from Indiana, but I live on the outskirts of Louisville, Kentucky. So half of us, we got either a Midwestern accent or some of us got a very deep twangy Southern accent. And it's probably because some people are not from Louisville. They are probably further in Kentucky, from further Kentucky. So that's probably where that accent comes from. But you know, it's like 50-50. Y'all can sound Midwestern as hell, or some of y'all can sound very country. And you know, I'm kind of a mix between that because my dad has kind of a country voice. My grandma had a very deep country voice. When I would talk to my grandma, she would just out of nowhere say finna. And my grandma was 92 years old. So she wouldn't say finna how we say, like we trying to sound cool, we trying to speak a vey and sound hip. No, she was saying finna like that was part of her lexicon. Like, she would never say I'm gonna do this, or I'm going to, or I'm fixing to. No, she said I'm finna do this. Like, that was just part of her language. And she was 92 years old. But yeah, I kind of like started kind of playing with my makeup. I'm not going out today, but sometimes I just like to play my makeup and take selfies and show it off to people and get some likes. The bronzer, I have a little bit of bronzer on. Actually, not a little bit. I put a lot of bronzer on because I feel like darkening like my face and giving it more color makes me prettier. But did I just snort? I think I did. But yeah, the bronzer I put is Fenty Beauty and it's Mocha Mammy, which is the darkest shade. And I actually asked the black lady if they actually had the shade put in the drawer, because sometimes at Sephora they don't put everything out. They may have something in stock, so you have to ask someone, do you have this in the back? And for some reason people get an attitude with me about it. I'll ask someone, do you have this in the back? And they'll say, well, if you don't see it out here, then obviously we don't have it in the back. But the thing is, sometimes y'all do have it in the back, so I'm just asking you to go check so I can buy it. I don't understand why some people be rude about it, and it's usually like the little white girls that give me an attitude, like girl, I'm just asking you, do you have some in the back? If you do, can you put some more out so other people can buy it? I don't understand why y'all get an attitude about people asking you if you can go check. Like, we're not being rude, but we're just saying, you know, if you don't have it out, can you go check? I don't see how that's ruining your day. I know that's a little bit of more work than you wanted to do, but if I'm asking you politely, well, can you go check? Do you know if they have any in the back? Because sometimes they do, and sometimes I don't even have to ask. Real clerks will sit up here and say, okay, we don't have it out, but let me go check. You don't even have to ask. They volunteer. So I don't understand why some of y'all have an attitude. But yeah, I asked the lady, you know, I see that they are out. Do you have more of this? And she said, yes, we do. We have it in the Kat Von D jar, which I'm like, ugh, like, I'm mad that you had it in the Kat Von. First of all, bitch, don't support that anti-Semitic, anti-vaxxer, ableist, anti-autistic piece of shit. And I actually bought a couple of her lipsticks because I actually was a fan of Kat Von D, the makeup artist. But then once I heard how anti-Semitic she was and her anti-vax statements and her not wanting her child to get autism, I'm autistic, by the way, I just stopped supporting her. I really wish people would stop putting that bitch's face everywhere. She is just as bad as James Charles and what's his name, Jeffree Star. Well, actually, James Charles, to me, I feel he did say something bad. He did make some off-color jokes, but I feel he's trying. And from the videos I've seen of James Charles, he does seem like a nice guy. He's just very misguided. That's how I feel, because from what I've heard, I thought James Charles would be this snotty little bitch that would just talk shit about people. But then once I watched his videos, I'm like, well, he's not really a snotty person. And I'm sorry, I said bitch. I didn't mean bitch like that. I meant bitch like a bitchy person, like really mean and snotty and stuck up, you know, like I'm so cute and all of that. But I know how some people feel when, you know, you call a gay man a bitch. I need to correct myself, but I didn't mean bitch like that. I meant like just a stuck up person. But I thought that he would be like a lot meaner than how people made him out to be. But in some of the videos, I'm like, okay, he seems like a sweet person, but he just talks reckless. He tweets reckless things, trying to be a funny person. And I kind of feel bad for what happened, because you got these grown-ass people trying to like humiliate a 19-year-old because he has some crushes on some bi-curious boys that claim to be straight, and these people are in their 40s, but now they all cool now. But I just found it a little bit suspicious that these grown adults were trying to ruin James Charles when they have skeletons in their closets themselves, especially Jeffree Star. But yeah, so she gets me the Mocha Mammy out of the Kat Von D jar. I buy it, about $30, and I think when I get paid next week, I'm going to get the bronzing powder, because this lady was like, oh yeah, we got the sample of Fenty Beauty and bronzer and like, you know, the powder, do you want it? I'm like, hell yeah, I do. So she got me some. I like that lady. She's sweet. And I see her quite a few times at Sephora. And the white ladies at Sephora, they be kind of stuck up and acting like they don't really want to wait on you. But she is very nice and she listens. I don't know what is up with some of these women at Sephora where they act like they don't want to wait on you. And then I have to go to the black girl and she is just willing to help me out. Like, that don't make any sense. Black or not, you should treat your customers with respect. Why should I have to rely on a black person to give me good customer service? I am a person. It's the same thing when I go to the Asian beauty store. And sometimes this lady is kind of rude. She don't really speak to me. And this is a black lady, right? So I have to speak to the Korean lady because she has more sense than a black lady. And from what I understand, the reason why Koreans hire African-American women to work in these stores is so they can speak our language and so we can feel more comfortable than asking a non-black person about black hair. So why do I have to go up to a Korean lady just to get my products? Because this African-American lady can't, you know, speak to people correctly. And she's getting better, but I just feel like the reason why you are hired is because you're here to make African-American patrons feel comfortable because of the rift between African-Americans and Koreans, you know, with the anti-blackness in Korean communities. So oftentimes they will hire African-American men or women to basically talk to us about our hair. Because of course we're going to feel weird talking to a Korean person about black hair, but they know more about our hair than half of these women they hire, because I'll ask these women, where is this? And they want to get me an attitude. And then the Korean man is, oh, it's over there. It's in this aisle. And this is what you need for your hair. So what I'm saying is, no matter what you look like, you should be able to help someone. You can't just be rude and standoffish because someone does not look like you. I shouldn't have to always go to the black lady for help because I don't want to bog her down. I don't want to always just go to her and it seems like I'm taking advantage of her, but she's the only one that is polite to me. But I went on a tangent with that. You already know I go on tangents, but yeah, so this is the Mocha Mammy bronzer, and of course I'm wearing the lip balm, which is the darker pink color. It's not the original lip balm. This is a little bit kind of like a pink, and I may order from J Nova gloss like once I get more money. And I love J Nova, and I know I'm giving free promotion, but I love Miss Jackie O's lipstick. It is not just some regular Instagram model that just wants to sell things, you know, because she wants a quick buck. It is just amazing. It lasts for a long time. It is great coating. It's like $16 a gloss. Some of the gloss is about $14, but please support Miss Jackie O. She is based in Atlanta. A lot of these ATL black beauty gurus are just amazing. They don't bullshit. And a lot of us think, well, we ain't gonna buy from these Instagram models because they are scammers. They are not scammers. Like, the Jordyn Woods eyelashes are amazing. And even if she may not be behind like making these eyelashes, like a lot of these black girls, mixed girls as well, they got a hustle, okay? And they don't want you to look fucked up, okay? So yes, support more from your Instagram models and the boutiques, because these are just amazing. Like, I look like a bad bitch, okay? I used to be ugly, but now I look great. And then of course I'm wearing a little bit of the Fenty concealer, and I think it's a little bit light for me. I think I should have really gotten probably maybe a 400 or maybe a 380, because I think the 385 is for neutral skin tones and I'm more of a warmer color, so I think I should have gone at about 380. And I know I look very pale, but for some reason, like, I can wear about 4 shades of Fenty concealer and foundation without it looking bad on me. So I can probably go about 370 at the least and probably 400 at the most. Maybe 400 may be a little bit dark for me, but I can wear about 4 Fenty shades before it gets a little bit too light or too dark. I can't go any more than 400, and I can't go any below than 370. I'm definitely not a 360 or 365. I'm probably about a 375. I think a 380 blends in better, so I would say 380. I also tan a lot, so it just depends on like the weather and the lighting, but just certain shades just look better on me. And then I also have the MAC concealer, which I actually like it a little bit better than the Fenty concealer because it kind of blends in more. The only issue is that it may look like it's a little bit showing. It's not as good of a blend as I wanted it to be, but I'm just learning. I am an amateur, and I know how some of y'all are. When I post pictures of my makeup, oh my god, like I can see, you know, part of the residue of the edge control that you use for your edges. Oh my god, you didn't blend it in. Like, okay, but I'm not a makeup guru, okay? I'm not a celebrity. I don't have professional people doing my makeup, so I don't understand why you have regular people trying to come for you because you didn't do your makeup perfect. You can't even see it. The only reason why you would see that I messed up on my makeup if you're zooming in. So yes, I use Facetune. I kind of whiten my teeth a little bit, and I use a smoother to get some of the like white stuff hidden, because sometimes I forget to like wash my face or get everything off, like the crust. So if I see a crust, I kind of use the acne tool and get rid of that. I use a smoother to try and like make my makeup blend in a little bit better, but I'm not doing anything drastic like changing my face or changing my nose. I may sometimes, if I really want the picture to look nice and popping, I do kind of like get rid of the bags under my eyes, but other than that, I pretty much look how I look in real life. I just may tweak a little bit, like I just get rid of some blemishes off my face that don't really need to be there and they need to be hidden. It's not like I'm changing my entire look. And I hate when people say, well, you do all this stuff. All I do is really whiten my teeth, and I kind of get rid of the little glasses dent, because I wear glasses, so you can see like the dent right here. So I use a smoother to just get rid of that. And I also have a current skin condition right now where around the nose it looks a little bit white, so I just use the smoother to get rid of that. But other than that, I just look completely normal. So, but yeah, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about my makeup, because some people are asking me, well, can you do my makeup or show me how I do a tutorial? I can't, okay? You know, I don't have the best motor skills. I can do my makeup, but I can't really do your makeup. And, you know, I just guess, okay? I don't even have my eyelashes on perfect. I don't even use the tweezers. I just kind of put them on because the tweezers are a little bit harder for me. I just usually use my fingers to put on the eyelashes. I would go to my eyelash lady, but she lives all the way on the other side of Louisville, so I'm not paying no damn $60 just to go and pay $40 for some eyelashes. And I love her to death. She's a sweet girl, but I'm just not paying $60 to go to see her. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later. I love y'all.